Hi, it's Lori from Coast to Coast Craft Girls coming to you from the West Coast. Today I'm going to show you how to make two different ways to use your Specturm Noir reinkers, alcohol ink reinkers, to make some really pretty ornaments. So they look like this. They're very different. Let's get started. Okay, so we're going to try a different way of doing this. We're going to put the alcohol ink. So I've got an ornament. These actually came from Michael's and they were already white. So if you don't have a white one, if it's just clear, pour white paint in and just swish it around, swirl it around till it covers and then let it completely dry so that it's all white on the outside. Take the top off and then we're going to take just some plastic wrap, and you want it big enough that it will cover the ornament. So we're just going to take the plastic wrap. Well, that's plenty big. Then I'm going to use True Blue 3, Bright Pink 2, and Blue Turquoise 4. And you're going to put it in the ornament, and you want to see about how much you have to do. So about a circle about that big. So we're just going to, it doesn't have to be completely smooth. We're just going to spread it around. And let's put some bright pink in. Then we use some turquoise. Then just squirt a little bit of isopropyl to help it move a little bit. Then I'm going to add a little bit of my Pinata brass. I don't have any metallic Specturm Noir. I'd use that. Then we're going to set our ornament kind of right in the middle of it, and we're just going to wrap our cling film around it. And we don't want it smooth. We actually want it to have lots of mixing, and just kind of make sure it goes all the way up to the top. And you want it to have wrinkles. And then we're just going to kind of leave it like that and let it dry. So I'm going to leave it like that, and we'll come back in a few minutes and see what it looks like. Okay, this has been sitting for, let's see, about 6 hours, 5 or 6 hours, and it's still, you can see that it's still a little bit wet. I'm going to go ahead and peel it off and we'll see what it looks like. It's mostly dry, I think. And again, if you don't like messy hands, you might want to wear gloves. But look at that. That's beautiful. And we're just going to let that dry. And you could reuse this if you were going to make multiple in the same color, but that came out really pretty. I'm going to use my air gun to kind of blow it where it's still wet so I can hopefully get it to dry. I don't know, pencil or a stick or something to dry. I'm going to set it aside to finish drying, but look at that. That was really nice. I love that. I'll have to make some more of those. Okay, I'm going to show you one other method of using alcohol inks. Again, I'm going to start with a white ornament. Take that top off. And this time we're going to use an applicator to put the alcohol ink on the outside. Oh, one thing I should say, when you put the alcohol ink on the outside, after it's really good and dry, you want to take a good sealer and just take it outside and give it a quick seal, because, you know, over the years of handling it and stuff, you could take that ink off, because it is just alcohol ink on glass, so it will come off with any kind of an alcohol based so I'm going to use my same colors because I am really happy with those. So I've got my bright pink 2 and my true blue 3, and I've got blue turquoise, and I've got a sponge applicator, and I'm going to wet it with a little bit of isopropyl alcohol. Actually, this is a felt applicator, I should say. It's not a sponge. We're just going to put a few drops of pink on there. I'll put some true blue on there. I think I'll put a little bit of the blue turquoise on there as well. You can use any colors you want. I just happen to like, these are 3 of my favorites. Just kind of get a good smattering around and a little bit of isopropyl. And you're just going to hold it on the top, and you're just going to get some color on there. And you can kind of dab it, but what I want to do is I want to kind of get color all over it. And so I'm just going to kind of wipe down. This is not easy to hang on to. I'm going to find something to put it on. This will work. I'm just going to kind of wipe in stripes all the way down. Just going to try and get some color on there all the way up to the top. And then I'm just going to kind of use the applicator to get it, stripe it down, cover up my whole ornament. Well, you can see what I'm doing. Once you get color on the whole thing, and again, this is the same. I started with a white ornament. If you don't have white ornaments, I got these at Michael's, but if you don't have white ornaments, if you just have clear ones, you can put white paint on the inside of them to make them white. But you want a white ornament because the alcohol ink is transparent. And so if you do that, you can do it on a clear ornament, but it's it just gives you a very different look. Okay, and now that I got that on there pretty good, I'm gonna just kind of hold on to that for a second and let it dry a little bit. I'm gonna take my little applicator and I'm gonna move it just so it's off the edge a little bit, just so that I can get right up against there. And then I'm going to put a little more isopropyl right up on the top because I want to reactivate some of that ink. And I'm going to kind of create, oh, I need some more ink. Put some more. I'm going to try and create a little bit different pattern. And I just want kind of a, so that I've got more of a, now if you just like the stripes, you can stick with that, or you can try to create multiple patterns. Now this is you don't want to put too much alcohol, isopropyl, or other alcohol on there because it'll run. And now I'm going to do the same thing at the bottom so that I have kind of a top and bottom that match. And I'm just dabbing just to create some interest, some visual interest in that you have two different patterns. You can use a different color if you want it. I'll come up just a little bit higher so that it shows when it's hanging. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. I think it's dry on the sides, so I can grab it on the sides. And I'm going to go back to my pinata ink and the copper. I'm just going to put a little bit of that on there. A little bit of, so a little bit of gold mixed into that top and bottom. I didn't put any gold down the sides because I really want it to kind of stand out here. You just play with it until you're happy with what you got. At the bottom, a little more. And you just want to kind of turn your applicator so you're not getting exactly the same pattern everywhere. Just a little bit more on there. I really like that gold or copper. Yes, it's copper color coming in. And that looks pretty good. I like that. So let me put this on something so you can see it. So it's going to look like that. And I smeared it with my fingers, so let's see if I can fix that. That looks good. So there's another way of using your alcohol inks onto ornaments. Again, now once these are really good and dry, you'll want to seal them with a sealer that doesn't react with your alcohol inks. So anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Bye.